This is a brief safety announcement. This show is a comedy broadcast. If the concept of humor or sarcasm confuses or frightens you, the exits are located at the top right of your browser window. Please use them now. For those staying, please ensure your expectations are appropriately lowered. Thank you.
You're listening to Backfire FM, and this is 9 to 5 Panic Attack with your host, Arthur Pendleton-Finch.
Do sit down and stop fidgeting. Let us not mince words. Your weekend is dead and buried. I am Arthur Pendleton-Finch, and may I cheerfully say, good morning, Britain. Welcome to the 9 to 5 Panic Attack, the only radio show legally required to carry a trigger warning for people who have mortgage payments and a soul-crushing commute through the grey piss of a British Monday. It's 10 a.m. You're trapped in a boring office and you're currently calculating how many toes you'd have to lose in an accident to get 6 months of paid sick leave. I'm here with you. We are drowning together. Except we are not entirely in the same boat now, are we? Because word has reached my desk, my beautifully restored 18th century mahogany desk, mind you, that my esteemed colleague Jürgen Kraftwerk, host of the Friday night slot Friday Clockout, saw fit during his broadcast to describe me as, and I quote, posh. Posh. Posh! Listen to me, you industrial-grade lederhosen-stretching clodhopper. Of course I am posh. My family didn't spend 400 years inbreeding, hoarding land and dodging taxes just for me to be categorized alongside the tracksuit-wearing, cider-swilling peasantry by a man whose surname literally translates to power station. Yes, Jürgen, I am aristocratic. My blood is so blue it could be used as a fountain pen ink. My ancestors didn't fight at the Battle of Waterloo so that some beige, techno-addicted, sausage-stuffed, Teutonic bureaucrat could critique my lineage on a taxpayer-funded broadcasting network. Look at him, Jürgen Kraftwerk, the human embodiment of a spreadsheet and sandals holiday. He hosts the Friday show. Oh, Friday Clockout, how lovely. Let's all celebrate the weekend with Jürgen. Let's drink lukewarm lager and talk about logistics. He called me posh as an insult. This is the problem with the Germans, isn't it? Absolute mathematical perfection in engineering, but culturally equipped with the comedic nuance of a breeze block dropped from a motorway flyover. You can't insult me, you hyper-efficient, sauerkraut-fermented, humid-efficient fart-knuckle twat. Germany, what a grand historical legacy. A country so utterly devoid of whimsy that their fairy tales are literally just parables about children being eaten by wolves for not finishing their broccoli. You gave the world Beethoven, Jürgen, and then you spent the next 2 centuries trying to apologize for it by inventing Europop and cars that cheat emission tests. You absolute unlubricated diesel fume, bratwurst-gargling sprocket fondler. He lacks the vocabulary, you see? If you're going to insult the British upper classes, Jürgen, you don't just bark posh like a concussed Rottweiler. You have to craft it. You have to understand that my wealth is permanent, my sense of superiority is genetic, and your entire country's idea of avant-garde cuisine is putting a curry sauce on a hot dog and calling it a national treasure. So, yes, welcome to Monday. I am your host, a man who owns 3 thoroughbreds and a paddock, and I will be guiding you through the wreckage of your working week. Let's begin with a delightful track that goes by the name Pizza Express in Woking, and is brought to you by Pimp Andrew.
I came from the Mandarin, a half-tailored coat, to Woking for supper, on the Surrey commute float. White shirt, black tie, still dust on the cuff. At Pizza Express, love, I order it rough. The menu is crisp like my grandfather's crest. I point at the margarita, then I make my request. Extra basil, please, and the table by the glass. I sign with the flourish, then I let the thing pass. The chap at the till gives a nod and a grin. He knows I'm the sword who will rise with a spin. I speak in soft vowels, I don't need to shout, but the whole room turns when the waiter comes out. Pizza Express in Woking. Pizza Express in Woking. Pass the dough, pass the joke. Pizza Express in Woking. I'm dining like this. I'm dining like this. Keep the crust, keep the gloss. Pizza Express in Woking. There's a cough in the corner from a county old mate in a blazer too loud with the very late date. He says, you look delighted, I say as you do. I'm here for the olives and the view of the queue. The garlic oil gleams on the edge of my plate like a little gold ribbon on a very fine state. I fold up the napkin with ceremonial care while the red sauce declares I've been noble in there. Outside, the car park is calm as a vow. Inside, we're all acting like count somehow. I tap on the table, I tap on my glass, and the evening goes proper when the parsley get passed. Pizza Express in Woking. Pizza Express in Woking. Pass the dough, pass the joke. Pizza Express in Woking. I'm dining like this. I'm dining like this. Keep the crust, keep the gloves. Pizza Express in Woking. If the world gets rowdy, I retreat to my seat with a thin little smile and a very clean heat. No palace, no ballroom, just a booth and a plate, and a bill with the flourish that arrives quite late. Pizza Express in Woking. Pizza Express in Woking. Pass the dough, pass the joke. Pizza Express in Woking. I'm dining like this. I'm dining like this. Keep the crust, keep the gloss. Pizza Express in Woking.
Let's look at the news, shall we? And I use the word news in the loosest possible sense, because looking at the front pages today, I am forced to conclude that the evolutionary ladder hasn't just stalled in this country, it's actively rusted through and dropped us all headfirst into a pit of steaming shite. While global economies fluctuate and the geopolitical landscape resembles a kindergarten class playing with live hand grenades, the British public has decided to obsess over this. Story number 1 from the front page of the Oxfordshire Gazette. Terror in Chipping Norton as local yoga instructor's 8-foot inflatable pool swan is brutally decapitated by a rival sourdough enthusiast. An 8-foot inflatable swan. Apparently, Daphne, who I can guarantee smells entirely of lavender oil and unearned entitlement, claims the attack was a politically motivated hate crime, aimed at disrupting her chakra alignment workshop. The police actually deployed a helicopter, ladies and gentlemen. A police helicopter. Armed officers scouring the hedgerows of Oxfordshire looking for a man wielding a bread knife and a jar of wild yeast starter. Are you joking? We have a country where you can't get an ambulance to show up unless you've actively severed in half. But if someone punctures a giant piece of vinyl shaped like a waterfowl in Cotswolds Village, Scotland Yard sends in the bloody elite tactical air support. You absolute organic cotton-wearing, quinoa-munching middle-class thunder coupons. The police are interviewing the local vicar because he looked suspiciously smug near the organic deli. We are a nuclear power, and our law enforcement budget is being eaten alive by a dispute over high-end patio furniture. But wait, it gets better. Because if the landed gentry of Oxfordshire are losing their minds over pool floats, the working classes are, as always, keeping their standards impeccably low. Let us move to Hull. Fire crews called to rescue local father of 3 after he trapped his entire head inside an industrial-sized catering vat of Heinz baked beans for a £20 pub wager. £20! That is the exact monetary value of his dignity. You have to admire the engineering bottleneck required to get a human skull into a tin of legumes, don't you? According to the report, the fire brigade had to use the jaws of life, equipment designed to extract teenagers from crushed hatchbacks, to peel the steel away from the man's ears. The station commander said, and I quote, "He was remarkably calm, though slightly flatulent. Of course he was flatulent. He's been marinating his central nervous system in a hot tub of sugar-coated beans for 4 hours. What was the thought process here, you absolute gormless, track-suited single-cell organism? Oh, look! The country that gave the world Shakespeare, Newton, and the steam engine has left a giant tin of breakfast items unattended. I shall insert my face into it for the price of 4 pints of Carling. The fire brigade. 3 fire engines, 12 men in high visibility gear, paid for by the state, standing around in a car park in Hull, trying to grease a man's ears with vegetable oil so he can go back to his wife and explain why he smells like a cross between an English breakfast and a biological hazard. What an unmitigated state-subsidized knuckle-dragging bean urn. And that is your press, Britain. A nation divided between people crying over a deflated plastic bird and a man who is now legally no longer allowed near a whistle-stop cafe. But we have to calm down. Up next, a song from a band whose lead singer looks like he's never actually read a book, but apparently is good at farming as he sings about his flock of chickens for no apparent reason. This is The Prettiest Cock in Town by the Roughnecks.
Boots are caked in mud, but me chest's out in the sun. Got a dozen little dynamos and everyone's a one. I'm up before the rest of town with the kettle and the feed. And when me boys start strutting out, that's all the pride I need. They come a-running at me gate like they know I'm the man. Feathers neat and tails so fine, best in all the land, the prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. The prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. He's got the comb, he's got the shine. He's mine, oh mine, oh mine. The prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. Oh, Mrs. Finch came by last week, said, "What's that handsome bird?" I tipped me hat and gave a grin, said, "Darling, that's me third." They peck the grain, they lift the dust, they kick up quite a scene. And when that red chap clocks me, son, you swear he's born to preen. Hear the flap and hear the crow like a Saturday parade. I don't need no crown, you know, I've already made me great. The prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. The prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. He's got the comb, he's got the shine. He's mine, oh mine, oh mine. The prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. If the rain comes down tonight, we'll be snug in the shed. But come the morning light, old son, he'll be first out of bed. The prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. The prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut. He's got the comb, he's got the shine. He's mine, oh mine, the prettiest cock in town. Strut, strut, strut.
For centuries, British confectionery has been trapped in a prison of predictability. Vanilla, clotted cream, salted caramel. Boring. Here at Lord Percival's Avant-Garde Confections, we asked ourselves, why should dessert be sweet when Britain's true culinary heritage lies in variety? Introducing our new heritage selection, we've taken the buttery texture of traditional artisan fudge and aggressively married it with the nation's most polarising leftovers. Indulge your palate with the Yorkshire Sunrise, a rich, velvety fudge infused with premium black pudding. Or perhaps transport yourself north of the border with the Highlands Embrace, featuring the unmistakable peppery warmth of authentic Scottish haggis. For the truly daring, we present the Cockney Dream, a delicate gelatinous blend of clotted cream and jellied eel. And you simply must try our Cotswold gravel range, delicately lightly misted with organic snail water. Taste the revolution, Feel the confusion. Is it a treat? Is it a dare? Is it a cry for help? Lord Percival's Heritage Selection, available exclusively at Harrods, select high-end farm shops, and in the nightmares of traditional bakers. Try our new Marmite Fudge today. You'll either love it, hate it, or call the police.
Ah, fudge, the great British delicacy. Let's think about this for a fraction of a second, shall we? A man named Barnaby, dressed like a Victorian chimney sweep who's had a midlife crisis, stands behind a massive marble slab, aggressively slapping a brown gelatinous mass with a wallpaper scraper. And you lot stand there, pressed against the window like concussed goldfish, watching him roll a lump of dairy fat around, thinking, "Oh, look at that, Susan, it's British tradition." It's not tradition, you absolute sugar-addicted window lickers. It's boiled butter. It's condensed milk and 3 metric tons of granulated white sugar heated up until it reaches a state of near sentient structural stability. We invaded the entire globe for spices. We colonized continents for tea and nutmeg. And our crowning gastronomic glory is a block of solidified tooth decay that tastes exactly like a diabetic coma wrapped in brown wax paper. Seriously, and the cost. Have you seen the price of this stuff? £15 for a paper bag of salted caramel fudge chunks. £15! For a substance that costs 4p to manufacture in a copper vat that hasn't been properly scrubbed since the Blitz. You could buy a bottle of single malt scotch for that. But no, you'd rather spend your hard-earned money on a block of edible masonry that requires 3 weeks of dental surgery if you dare to chew it. You see, it's a psychological operation, isn't it? Fudge is the ultimate passive-aggressive British gift. No one buys fudge for themselves. You buy it because you went to the Lake District, it rained for 4 days straight, your spouse refuses to talk to you, and you feel legally obligated to bring your co-workers a souvenir that says, "I hate you all. Please accept this block of artery-clogging sludge as a token of my profound professional resentment." So, thank you for the gift, Tyler. I shall be using it precisely as nature intended, as a wheel chock to stop my Bentley from rolling down the driveway. Up next, this little gem should distract us, appropriately titled Fudge Off to Rio by Rita Labora.
Your phone on silent, mine on loud. You said stay sensible, I said why now? Pavements frying, ice melts fast. I want one day that won't feel past. Take my hand, use the plan, trade this rain for a tan. If the sky's rude so wild, we can dance like we've got no. Fudge off to Rio, fudge off to Rio. Pack up the worry and let it go. Fudge off to Rio, fudge off to Rio. One more warm night and we won't phone home.
Now, let me tell you something about Rio de Janeiro. It is a city designed entirely to inflict maximum psychological damage on the British gentry. The entire economy is based on two things: absolute structural chaos and the public display of perfectly sculpted human flesh. Have you seen the locals on Copacabana Beach? It's unnatural. They look like they've been chiseled out of topaz by a horny Renaissance sculptor. And then you have the British tourist, of course, a creature shaped like a melting candle, glowing a violent radiation-poisoned shade of magenta, desperately trying to apply factor 50 to his own lower back while wearing socks with leather sandals. You don't fit in, Nigel. You look like an escaped laboratory pig that's wandered onto a high-fashion runway. And the humidity. It's 38 degrees in the shade, with 90% humidity. Your clothing becomes permanently fused to your skin within 4 seconds of stepping off the aircraft. I am a man who requires starch in his collars and structure in his day, not a tropical climate that turns my nether regions into a swampy ecosystem for exotic moss. And the security. Oh, go see the culture, they say. Visit the favelas. Why on earth would I pay money to go on a walking tour of a vertical slum where the local adolescents are armed with automatic weapons that could shoot down a Harrier jump jet? You're walking around with your iPhone taped to your thigh, sweating through your linen trousers, while a 9-year-old on a dirt bike performs a drive-by extraction of your wallet, your watch, and your dignity with the surgical precision of an MI6 operative. Our police force in London can't solve a bicycle theft in 6 months, but a Brazilian teenager can strip-search you while moving at 40 miles an hour on a moped. And at the centre of it all, you have a giant concrete statue of Christ the Redeemer standing on top of a mountain, looking down at the entire city with his arms wide open, looking absolutely exhausted, as if to say, "Look, I tried, but honestly, what do you want me to do with this lot?" If I wanted to be hot, robbed and humiliated by people half my age, I'd go to a Conservative Party fundraiser in Chelsea, thank you. It's cheaper and the air conditioning actually works. But let us not dwell on this any further and instead treat ourselves to this delightful calming piece from the Highlands. This is My Bonnie Drowned in the Ocean by DJ Khalid.
Yeah. From the Clydeside steps, I was raised on grit. Grey skies, wet boots, still I lace that kick. Stone-built town, we know that weather. Hold my own in the rain, still move together. From the close to the glen, I know the lane by heart. Every scar on the road made the whole thing art. Got a tartan line in my chest when I speak, and a hard little pride in the way we creep. Keep it moving, don't blink. Hit the ground when I think. Old hills watch me rise. Cold air in my eyes. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. My bunny, she drowned in the sea. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean, and she left that sound in me. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. My bunny, she drowned in the sea. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. Come back to me. Up north with the wind like a blade on skin. Still we grin, still we win when the days get thin. Castle walls, wet grass, boots on the track. Say it with your chest if you really want facts. I seen a lot go black, then silver at dawn. Seen a whole village sing when the work day's gone. Drum in the distance, stop rolling the chest. Makes a young lad stand like he's built for the test. All blink, hit the ground when I think. Old hills watch me rise. Cold air in my eyes. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. My bunny, she drowned in the sea. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean, and she left that sound in me. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. My bunny, she drowned in the sea. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. Come back to me. If the night gets long, I still walk through with a heavy heart, but I hold true. Pipes in the wind and the drum talk loud. Name in the storm, I still stand proud. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. My bunny, she drowned in the sea. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean, and she left that sound in me. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean. My bunny, she drowned in the sea. My bunny, she drowned in the ocean.
Well, thank God for that. We have reached the bitter bleeding edge of the 9 to 5 panic attack, and my contractual obligation to speak to you lot is officially drawing to a close. And frankly, I haven't been this relieved since my father's second wife fell down the cellar stairs at Sandringham. But before I hand you over to the rest of this positively dreadful week you're no doubt going to have, I share our final record of the morning, a fascinating piece of social delinquency. It's a new track by Richard Kittredge, a man who has written it celebrating the fact that he's currently walking down the aisle for the 12th time. 12! Statistically speaking, that isn't a romantic history. It's a serial killing spree disguised as a registry office filing system. At this point, the man shouldn't be buying a wedding ring, he should be renting one by the hour. He has had 12 mother-in-laws. That is not a family tree, that is a standing army of deeply resentful, middle-aged women who all know exactly how much alimony he owes. So here it is, a song for anyone who believes in love, or more accurately, anyone who has a profound clinical inability to learn from their own catastrophic life choices. I have been your host, Arthur Pendleton-Finch. I'm off to have a double gin and throw stones at the peasants from my balcony. Enjoy your pathetic little lives. Cue the music.
He wore a fresh blue tie at the county hall. Same grin, same suit, same gold on the wall. The judge said, "Sir," again, he just shrugged and smiled. One more lucky gamble, worth another trial. Mama hid the cake, friends hid the wine. He said, "This one feels like a 12th time." 12 times, baby, 12 times again. He keeps on swearing, this is the end. 12 times, baby, ring on his hand. He says forever, like only he can. The florist knows his name, the choir knows the tune. He bought a bigger cake and a second honeymoon. His exes all sent cards, some laughed, some said wow. He winked at the mirror, watch me do it now. He crossed his heart, then crossed the line, said, "This one feels like the 12th time." 12 times, baby, 12 times again. He keeps on swearing, this is the end. 12 times, baby, ring on his hand. He says forever, like only he can. The bell rang out, the crowd held breath. He kissed the bride and bet on the next. One last toast, one last sign. He laughed and said, "Maybe this is fine." 12 times, baby, 12 times again. He keeps on swearing.